I've brought my trash with me because I believe there's a journalist going around looking at people's trash and exposing them for being hypocrites and liars. Oh, lieve aarde. I must say, she exposed the EFF for so many things when she went through their trash. I suppose trash can sometimes be your own CV. Well, anyway, I am really certain that nobody's interested in my trash. And really, truly, it just makes me think it's a lesson to learn. You know, instead of having trash, let's recycle. You just put all those things into separate boxes so nobody has a chance to check up on you. I mean, your bottles go into one box, especially those expensive ones that the EFF bought. And then, of course, your plastic goes into the other one, and your paper, and, of course, all your used rubber things go into that one there. And then all the bits of food that you leave in your junk bag, in your trash bag, you know, al die ou bobotie and, you know, this, die dinge. You leave it there so the journalists can scratch around in that. That'll mess up their nail varnish. My lieve aarde, nobody's interested in my trash. My goodness me, my trash. What can I tell you? You probably find my empty bottle of B12 pills. You'll find an empty tissue box. You'll find an empty bag of cat food. And, of course, many empty tins of sardines. Let me share this with you. I love sardines. Do you know it's my favorite dish? I have sardines, a gherkin, and some Previta, and some sparkling water. And you know, I watched the whole of Game of Thrones while I was having that as my snack. So while they died, I dieted. Yes, I know, that's trash, no? You look at yourself in the mirror and the overweight is the trash you have to carry. Maar my liewe skat, it takes discipline to diet. I think the first tip I can give you is just to say there are 3 sections that you can attack. 3 sections that always add to your trash. There's wheat, there is dairy, and there is sugar. So take one of them, né? Just sema sugar, because everything has got sugar in it. And then you start. Don't lose heart, because for the first 2 weeks, nothing will happen. You'll pick up weight. You'll pick up weight and you'll think, but I'm not eating anything, and yet you're getting bigger and bigger. Then for 2 weeks, nothing happens. You're static, and you're thinking, but I am doing nothing, and nothing is happening, and I'm static, and you want to start all over again with the trash. Nee, my skat. After that 4 weeks, the next 2 weeks happens, and tiny little bits of weight come down. Nee, no, you really are in a very bad state of depression. Don't panic. After the 6 weeks is over, suddenly, boom, you lose 5 kilos, just like that. Now comes the very important point. You go to the supermarket and buy 5 kilos of flour, and you keep it in the supermarket bag close by. So every time you are tempted to eat that slab of chocolates, you first pick up the bag of flour. 5 kilos in your hand in the bag is better than 5 kilos on your body. Ne? Oh, my lieve aarde, I must be honest with you. I am not somebody to really talk about the trash in my bag. And even if you looked in the trash in my bag, you'll only find the slab of chocolate that I threw away. Oh, God. Listen, I want to share this with you. And I see there's a tweet's just come through now. A tweet has come through now. Wag 'n bietjie. I think this might be exactly what I wanted to show you. Yes, 2 things. One is a quote from an article, and the other one is this tweet. The tweet. The irony of South African politics today. The ministers who are working hard to clean up corruption and uproot state capture will account to parliamentary committees chaired by the very people who perpetuated those criminal and treasonous offenses. We are in deep crisis. That was the first one I wanted you to hear. Now comes a quote from a very familiar mouth. I quote, "Anyone who comes and threatens this revolution will find us ready. Our constitution says we'll do everything we can to take over this country. If need arises, we'll take up arms. For the revolution, we do anything. If you are a member and you don't like it, join the ACDP. No, I would say, join the human race." Well, that's all I want you to remember, because I am going to take my trash with me. You know, I just look at it and I feel so ashamed because there's really nothing to be proud of. Well, I mean, I thought maybe I could recycle this, because you never know. You could write, I like the color. Well, they say sometimes the buck stops here. Well, in this case, the trash also stops here.